In this video, I started out with $0, a truck, and this abandoned gold mine. And now I have the challenge of making it profitable and hopefully not going broke. Will I be able to do it? Stay tuned to find out. And if you guys enjoy content like this and you want to see more, be sure to subscribe and dropping a like helps too. Anyway, let's go find some gold. Well, it's another day, another $1 million on the gold mine. Well, hopefully around 10 million today by the time we're through all this material. So as you can see here, I am down to under $400,000. Now the reason for that is I went and picked myself up a semi here on some big old shonky tires and 2 trailers to transport all of the concentrate we get from the wash plant over here. Now I have had it stacked up in that corner over there for quite a while, and we've just been stacking it up, and we almost have 2 full trailers. I'm not gonna take it in until we actually have 2 full trailers, but hopefully by the end of the clean out this week, we should be there. Anyways, at one point I did have a massive stockpile of dirt here, but that is officially depleted to not very much, and I have loaded up the wash plant. This should be good to go for a little bit, but we gotta move some more material out of the cut here ASAP. Now, in the last video, we did end up piling up what was left in the cut into these big old piles here, ready to be loaded into the rock truck, taken over here and ran through the plant. Now, the gold over on this side is still very good, where we have all this piled up. In this corner, it starts to get worse. This corner, it's not too bad. Now, since we're on the last little bit of what this cut actually has to offer, we have to hopefully get $10 million out of here worth of gold, and then we should be able to buy this this new cut that we went and looked at not too long ago. That is supposedly packed with gold according to our tests. However, I don't even think $10 million is going to cut it, because I would like to buy a brand new wash plant and a whole fleet of equipment. That would be the ideal situation. And we're still about $1 million in debt, I think, somewhere roughly around there. I got to move that loader too. It's going to be in the way if I don't. Still just cruising along here as a one-man operation. Imagine if we had 15 other people in here, just running rock trucks, excavators, loaders, all that good stuff. We'd be getting this whole cut done in like no time. Well, the only thing we'd be waiting on is the wash plant, because that thing can't keep up. That's why we're going to be upgrading. That is if I can get the money, of course. One thing that's going to be nice about leaving this mine is we finally get to quit using this dang bridge. I swear it gets sketchier by the day. I mean, if we stayed here, I'd have to rebuild it, but getting bridges built out here ain't cheap, and that was a cheap one, and it still cost me over 100 grand by the time I got the crane and stuff in here to do all that, which doesn't sound like a lot, but if we were to build another one that would actually be proper for this mine, we'd be in the hole for probably somewhere around $1 million, something like that. Because if I was actually going to have to build one, I'd make it so we could put the bulldozer across. Because right now, we can't. Well, it's almost the end of the day here, and we've pretty much got one pile completely cleaned out. Actually, I don't even think I'm going to be able to scoop up the rest of this. I'm going to have to grab the wheel loader, I guess. Yeah, this excavator's just a little too big to grab this small stuff, but we can try. I think there's maybe another load and a half out here. Yeah, we can kind of grab it. Maybe not the best, though. Yeah, that'll work. Now to try and move up this pile. This thing always seems to struggle moving up piles, but we'll see what we can do. I don't even think we're going to be going any later. Still looks like day, but that's what happens in the Yukon. Sunlight pretty much all the time. Some days it does get somewhat dark, though. Oh, yep, see, we're struggling. Hold on. Let me give this thing a push. Come on now. There you go. There you go. Make it up there. Man, it is just not wanting to go up. There we go. That's better. That looks like the perfect spot to be. So as you can see, our pay pile has grown substantially, and we're stockpiled for a pretty good time now. Anyways, I think we're going to try keep the plant running overnight just so we can get rid of some of this stockpile, because it is getting ridiculous. Plant just can't keep up. Even though I'm one rock truck driver and I load the rock truck myself, still, we're lacking on running through all this. Anyways, I'm going to feed up the plant here, and we'll see how everything goes from there. All right, so it's the next day here. The pay pile has been depleted a little bit. It's better than it was. Kept the plant going all night. There is still a lot of dirt in the cut, though, so we better get to moving some of that. I did check the sluices this morning. They're looking pretty good. I had to push down some of the tailings. We were hauling them out, but it's kind of just easier to push them in to the mini lake we got going there, and you know, when we get enough, we should just be able to build a bridge anywhere we want. So I've been going pretty steady here with the Doosan excavator, loading up the rock truck, hauling in loads to the plant there, but I'm getting a low power warning from this thing, so we're taking it off the pile. And since it's really, yeah, it's actually my only excavator, for some reason I thought I had two, but I don't. I guess we're gonna have to use a loader, which is gonna be a tad bit slower, but I mean, the plant's still behind on the pay that we have, so I guess we can afford to lose a bit of time there. Who knows, maybe I forgot to put def in the dang excavator there. I don't think so, but hopefully the mechanic can make it out soon and get that thing fixed. I don't know, he's pretty busy these days. I kind of need my own mechanic. Most of them are just so grumpy though. Yeah, random man buck. Anyways, let's see how quick we can load a rock truck here. Bucket number 1, bucket number 2, bucket number 3, and a quarter. That about fills it up. So pretty much a whole extra bucket scoop is what it takes to load this rock truck, so a little bit slower, but not by too much. And we get to clean up the pile while we're loading anyway, so keeps the site a little bit more neat. So it has been a few long days of mining here. As you can see, all the concentrates over there, but the main change is in the cut, and it is pretty much empty. Now, we don't have a whole lot left to run through the plant. Honestly, I would have ran the last of it, but the sluices were getting so clogged up at that point because they had so much material ran through them that we had to shut it down, do a clean out, and I think we have enough to fill up the rest of that trailer, if not a little bit more. Oh yeah, and this is all that's left of the stockpile. The case has been putting in overtime because the other loader over there has been loading trucks. I still have not gotten the excavator fixed. Still haven't even gotten a mechanic out here. We've just been waiting. However, I did have to order in fuel, and at $50,000, that covered us for the rest of the days that we were out mining here. Anyways, I'm gonna grab the skid steer. I'm gonna move the truck over here too, and we're gonna get the last of this loaded on up. Really should have done a better job of stacking these pallets. Oh, that's on there. Yeah, I mean, if it works, it works. That's an interesting way of doing it. Well, the very last pallet going on the trailer here that we can fit. There's still 2 more extra pallets. I thought we were gonna have a little bit more extra than that, but I guess not. Anyways, there is a lot of concentrate on here, like a lot. So hopefully means a lot of money. I hope the guys at the gold processing place didn't have any important things planned today, because they're gonna be busy all dang day. If I learn how to drive, if I can make it there without crashing, I think we'll be okay, but that might be a stretch. Well, I'm gonna leave this all here for them to go through. It's definitely gonna be a couple hours, so they're gonna give me a ride back to the mine and I can continue working. But by the end of today, we're supposed to be able to take in all our profits and, well, see how much profit we made. So I made it back to the mine here, and while I was dealing with the gold, we finally had a mechanic come out and look at the excavator, and literally 5 minutes with his computer and the thing's supposedly up and going again. So I gotta check this. Okay, no low power mode. Son of a gun, the guy did it. 5 minutes with a computer and it's done. That is ridiculous, but this pile is small enough to where we're not even gonna bother with the excavator, and we'll just use the loader instead. Now I begin the excruciatingly slow crawl back to the main yard. This is gonna take a little while. 1 second for you guys, 15 to 20 minutes for me. Still at it. Just about there though. Any day now. Finally, that took way too long. So I gotta start figuring out, since we're gonna be moving here soon, that is if I get enough money from the gold, which I imagine so. Gold prices are pretty good. The test spots out there were really good. I think we're gonna be okay. I'm not too sure yet though. Anyways, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna be getting rid of and what I'm gonna be keeping. This thing, hunk of junk, probably gonna get rid of it. The Volvo, well, it did help me start up the mine. Same with the wheel loader here, and same with the cat. They're all hunks of junk, and we're probably just gonna stick them out front of the new mine once we get it all set up, so they're just gonna stay out here for now. This trailer, I'm gonna need some trailers to transport stuff. I do have a lowboy coming sometime this week. We can actually move some of this equipment, and some of it I'm actually gonna have to hire a truck driver to move. But I think in the meantime, while I'm waiting for the gold, I'm gonna try to run some of this material through here. Should be able to finish up the last little bit that's over here, and then in the next day we should be able to get the rest of that material out in the cut moved, and then that'll be it. I can't believe we're already gonna be out of here. That is the plan, at least. So it is near end of day. I got the rest of the material ran through, and the place where we sell our gold is gonna close soon, so I gotta get ripping over there. I've been told all my gold is on the trailer and ready to go, so I'm hoping there's lots of money in it for me. Look at that. Trailer full of gold. 2 trailers, actually, not just 1. 2. That's a lot of money sitting right there. But no time for admiring it. I gotta get this stuff sold. I got the beacons on. This is a special money mission. One that may make or break our season depending on how much money we get. Okay, so right now we are at just under $350,000. We'll see where we're at after all this. So by the time we were all said and done, we came out nearly $13 million for both flatbed loads. That is absolutely nuts. I thought tops it was going to be 10. Nah, it did a little bit better than that. So with $13 million, we should have plenty enough money to carry on the mining operation and hopefully get out to that new claim. Now, before I get too ahead of myself with all the cash I've just acquired, I gotta do a few things. Our $1 million loan is now repaid, and of course I had to pay the mechanic $1,200 to come out and plug in a computer to my excavator for 5 minutes and get it up and running again. That's what I get for buying new equipment. At any rate, we still have over $12 million in the bank, a little bit of material to run through, not a whole lot, probably a couple $100,000 worth of gold. Nothing too crazy, but I gotta say that is probably the most amount of material we've ran through in 1 week. That is absolutely crazy. Other than the excavator breakdown, we were just cruising through all that material. There's not a whole lot left, which I hate to leave a cut that's hot, but there's not a whole lot left here, and kind of just is what it is. And our tests for back there tell me it's not going to do any better out there on the back side of that claim. So I'm going to be getting ready to get everything packed up, get it the heck out of here. I got to tear down the whole wash plant, do all that. I honestly might sell this thing because if we're getting a new one, I don't know if it's worth it to keep this one around. Maybe as a backup. Maybe we'll keep it as a backup, like just to make sure in case the main one goes down, we got something else ready to go. But I hope you all enjoyed. Subscribe and goodbye.